Welcome back. In the last session, we learned how to insert shapes and how to link the text boxes to the data. In this session, we will learn how to create pivot table slicers and link them to the pivot table. And we will also learn how to format the pivot table slicers for our dashboard. But before proceeding there, we will first format our dashboard sheet a bit. So we will first change the view format without grid lines and then change the color of our dashboard sheet. So we will change the color to a light gray shade. We also want to give it a name. So we will name it as sales dashboard. Increase the font size to 24. And we also can change the color and the font type Arial. So this is it of formatting. Now we want to insert a pivot table slicer. So go back to the working sheet. Now click anywhere to get a pivot table slicer. Click on the pivot table and go to Analyze. And here in Analyze, select Insert Slicer. We want the slicer by regions and we also need a slicer by product category. So we'll select these two options and then click OK. We have the pivot table slicers. The advantage of having a slicer is that we can change the data of the pivot table dynamically. For example, if we change the region to East, the total sales, total profit, and the average shipping cost for the Eastern region is updated in the pivot table. Similarly, if we change the product category, the sales, profit, and shipping cost numbers get updated automatically. These two slicers are linked to the pivot table. Now we will click on both these slicers and then cut. To cut the slicers, press Ctrl and X. And now we go to the dashboard sheet and we can press Ctrl V to paste these slicers. We need to create a bit of space for the slicers. So we will move these text boxes a bit towards the right. Now regional slicer will move first and then the product slicer. We can also change the size of the slicers. So we'll make it a bit small. Similarly, for the product categories, we will reduce the size a bit. So these are the two pivot table slicers. Now we see that the color of the pivot table slicers is not in line with the color of our dashboard. We want the color of these slicers to be same as the background color. To change the formatting of the slicer, we'll click on any one slicer and then go to the slicer tab. This is the formatting of the slicer. We'll click on this formatting and then click duplicate. For this slicer, we will name it as sales dashboard. Now for the whole slicer, we want to change the color of the background. So we will click on format. The font is okay. The border, we don't need the borders. So we'll click on the border and then deselect the borders of the slicer. Then go to fill. In the fill, we want the color to be same as the dashboard. So I think this is the color of the dashboard. So click here and then click OK. For the item which is selected, so selected item with data, we want to make it dark blue and the font as white. So we will click over here and then click format. The font has to be white and the fill has to be dark blue. So click OK. For the other options, we will select the unselected item with data, then go to format. We want the color to be different. So we will select a darker gray option. The border, there's no border. The font has to be blue. So we'll select the font as blue. Click OK. Now we see that there is no change in formatting because Excel is still picking the default formatting. So we will click again on the slicer, then go to slicer. And this is the change which we made. So now if we change the formatting to the sales dashboard formatting, we see that the formatting has changed. Similarly, we will change the formatting of the product category slicer. So to change the formatting, click on the slicer, then go to the slicer tab and then select the formatting named Sales Dashboard. So the formatting is changed. One thing which I want in this formatting is that the font of the selected option should be bold. So I'll go again, I'll click on the slicer and then go to the formatting, right click and click modify. In selected item with data, go to format, and in font, we can increase the font size. We have the option to make it bold. So we will make it bold and then click OK. We see that the font of the selected items changes to bold when we do this formatting. So this is how we can insert the slicer in the dashboard and format the slicer according to the requirement of our dashboard. So this is it for this session. In our next session, we will learn how to pull the annual sales for our dashboard and create a chart showing annual revenues and margins. Thank you.